Hello again. I'm back for another unboxing video. This one is the third of the three swag boxes that Reaper's offering this year. But for just a minute, I'm going to take this box that overfills the frame of my video away and cover a few quick things. So Bird with a Brush is me, Rhonda Bender. If you go to this site, I post painting tips, work in progress pictures, things like that. But you can also search for Bird with a Brush on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And if you just want pictures, or if you want to search for the other two videos. Reaper Miniatures is the company who produced these items. So if you would like to get a box of your own after I show you the cool things that are inside it, you can go to this site starting sometime next week they'll put the box on sale. So if you miss the pre-order, don't worry, you're still going to have a chance to get it. These boxes are in celebration of an event called ReaperCon Live Online. Normally ReaperCon takes place in person, but for reasons we all know, that's not happening this year. So that gives you a great chance to enjoy classes, seminars. I think there's going to be a panel. There are games you can sign up for. If you go to this site, you're going to be able to find out more about that. There's also going to be a painting contest. So before I start on the new box, let's do a little bit of a size comparison with the other two boxes. So this is the first of the boxes, which was the ReaperCon Swag Box. So this would have been the equivalent of the swag bag that you would normally get at ReaperCon. So you can see it fits easily in the frame of my video. This is the Brinewind Box, which is a box full of goodies related to the theme of this year's convention, which is pirates in the pirate city of Brinewind. So that barely fit on my video. And I'm posting a video of that unboxing at the same time. And now this is what they're calling the Hobby Box. My Hobby Box does not have a nice sticker on it. My understanding is that other people's will. So, because it's kind of like a little preview box. And then there's also a mega box that you could pre-order that had all three of them in it. I'm guessing that the mega box is also going to be up on the Reaper Miniature site. So I'm just going to open this up. I'm not even sure if I have the top or the bottom. I guess we'll find out. So let me see if I can get the box parts out of the way so we can just start seeing all the goodies. So we definitely don't care about these air bubbles. Get rid of those. All right, what are the goodies we do care about? This is a patch, and it's Velcro, so you can stick it on all kinds of things. That's neat. This is a water bottle. There was also one of these in the swag box. It has very crinkly wrapping, so I'm going to put this down so you don't have to listen to me crinkling on video. If you like videos with crinkling, you know who you are and you know where to get them. So we have a third rinse cup, the CUP, the Cleaning Utility Pod. This is a classic design. Friends, don't let friends drink paint water. Although if you choose to, you can absolutely use these for beverages instead of rinse water, because at a certain point, if you've been to ReaperCon, you have a few of these, and how much rinse water do you need? Let's see what else we have. This is what is fondly known as a pokey tool. So it's a long T-pin or something similar with a Reaper skull attached. This is fantastic if you have these dropper bottles and they get stuck. Never squeeze extra hard. I've seen some pictures. I've seen people get it on the ceiling in pictures from trying to unclog them. All you have to do is poke down into the little hole at the top of the bottle with this needle, and it'll loosen it up. Sometimes there's a little plastic piece that gets stuck. Sometimes paint dries in there, but these are invaluable. If you don't want to buy this box, you can use a paper clip. You can go buy T-pins at the store. You can get hat pins. The nice thing about the skull is that it keeps the paint from getting on your fingers when you do this, because I've done it with just T-pins and paper clips. And I mean, I'm going to get paint on myself if I paint regardless, but it does help cut down on it a little. I think there's some more paints in here. These are empty paint bottles, the kinds that Reaper uses. These are great for a couple of different things. You can use them to put water in, so you can try to measure. Because of the viscosity difference between water and paint, it's never going to be an exact drop size, but it's a nice way to control water. If you live in a place with hard water, using distilled water to thin your paints is a good idea. So this lets you put your distilled water in here so that you have easy access to it. Or if you're painting an army and all of the orcs or whatever have a custom mix of green, you can mix it up in your bottle and it makes it so much quicker to paint. So these are great. I use them for lots of different things. I'm gonna collect all the, oh right, I do know what this is. I didn't know what this was, but this is something super cool. This is a little light. So this is gonna be super handy when you're, oh, I think this comes off and then we have access to the switch. There we go. And the bottom of it is magnetic, and I meant to put something metal in here so I could test that. There we go. I have an old stapler. When I say old, I mean like 30 years old. So this is a really nifty little thing. If you travel to paint at all, you go to your game store or a friend's house, that's going to make it super handy to add to your paint kit because you can never have enough light. And it came in this cool little gift box. So if you don't want it, you can give it to a friend. This is, I'm probably not saying his name right, it's Rathoros. So the people who pre-ordered this box, I think this is the miniature that they're getting in their box. People who order from the store may receive a different miniature. So this is quite a giant-sized demon guy. I mean, that's just his leg right there. So you can imagine that he's a pretty impressive size. And they didn't even tell anyone they were putting that in the box, so that's pretty fun. I mean, they told us last Thursday, but when they put the boxes up for pre-order. So this is something that makes this a great opportunity this year. Normally, ReaperCon, there'll be 3 or however many colors, usually 3, that are made up just for the con that are in the theme of the convention. And if you don't go to ReaperCon or order them online during the con, you can't get them. And some of them have ended up being very popular, useful colors that you'll see mentioned in tutorials and when you see work in progress things that people like me paint who, I don't know, for some reason I'm compelled to use out of print paint when I'm not trying to annoy people by using paint that you can't easily access. I just find some of those colors so useful. So this is your opportunity to get some of those colors. And this is set number 1. So my understanding is that more of the colors you haven't been able to get are going to become available. This one has Ashen Rose, Dead Rose, Big Top Red, that's a very popular color, Clockwork Brass, Desert Sky, Rattlesnake Leather, Reptilian Green, Briar Rose, Aquamarine Blue, Ghostly Moss, Corporeal Shadow, and yes, that is named after Corporea if you know her, and Gothic Crimson. And I happen to paint this miniature, so I'm kind of honored that they included her on the box. That's just kind of standard paint information on there, so we'll put that aside. So this is a gift certificate for $25 US. My understanding is that they're working out a way for you to be able to use this in your currency if you use one of the non-US Reaper stores. So keep an eye out for information about that. I'll bring back the sites where you can go look for information, and in a month or 2 you can check on it. This is ReaperCon Live paint mixing palette. So this is, if you want a really small little travel kit, you've got that tiny little light, and this is like a plasticized palette. You can put your paints out and then mix them here. You could use the whole space. It's also a nice way if you want to test the difference between how different a paint color looks next to black or next to white. It can make quite a difference. You can use it as a test for that. And then if you don't want to paint with all the stuff on it, you can just use this side. They do recommend cleaning this promptly after each use. It'll make it much easier to clean, and you may get some staining, so there are colors that have blues will do it a lot, but there are certain colors that they actually kind of leave a stain. You've probably noticed that on your paintbrushes. Don't be concerned about that. It may not mean that you didn't get the paint off, but it's like a Sharpie marker or something. It's just some colors stain. And this is a Reaper figure carrying case with a re-envisioned classic. Sophie the succubus is a Reaper mascot. And she likes to dress up for all the ReaperCons, but this is sort of her everyday attire. So we'll look in here. This is the new square style carrying case. And this has eggshell foam. You could probably put a few brushes or some other flatter items you're trying to carry under there. And then you put your figure here. This is a perfect way to carry Bones miniatures around, because once you've painted Bones, all you really need to do to keep them in good shape or keep them from scraping against each other. You don't have to go to elaborate means to keep them from getting chips and stuff. So we do have some special colors this year as well. These colors have come out previously in various ways. Drawn Opal Pink has been available at 2 previous ReaperCons, but not as a standard ReaperCon color. You had to look for Ann Forrester and ask her about her nipples. And this is actually a super useful color. I have a series up on my blog where I've been painting some succubi, and I wanted them in a non-human skin tone, and this color features prominently. Just it's such a nice desaturated purple. Rose gold is a metallic color that I think was sold for a while based on some ReaperCon Live or other Twitch streaming videos. And so Sophie Silver was in a previous convention. It was some kind of special event color. I don't remember what it came from now. I have most of these, but I don't always write down where I got them or anything. And it's a white metallic, which is nice because you can add inks or colored paint to this and make whatever color metallic you want. It also works really nicely as a highlight for metallic colors. So it looks like we've hit the bottom of the box, and I don't think we should be disappointed because we got a lot of good stuff. So I'll just get rid of this box so that I can remind you of where to go for more information or if you have questions. So Bird with a Brush, that's me. If you want to see the other 2 videos, look for this name on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook. This is ReaperMini.com. If you like what you saw in this box, starting next week, you can buy one for yourself, or you can buy a mega box with all 3 of them from this site. Also, if you only liked individual items that you saw, those will go on sale. Well, okay, I don't know if this one's going to go on sale. That might be like special to the box, and the light as well. But whatever they have will go on sale there. Note that the things like this or the light that they don't produce in-house, the paint cups, those are going to be limited to whatever stock is on hand. The paints and miniatures they can make more of and continue selling, but the other items are made by third parties. ReaperConLive.com is the site for all things related to ReaperCon, which is online this year, and registration for classes and games has gone up. There are going to be other events, I think, that aren't announced yet. We'll be playing our Reaper Errant Dungeons & Dragons game that involves the artists, from some of the artists that work with Reaper, and is run by Nightheart Gaming, and he has these like amazing displays, and so we don't like have to. I love theater of the mind, but this is really nice because you don't have to visualize anything. You can see it right there. It's really cool. There's going to be a panel. There's going to be a painting contest. All kinds of fun stuff. So if, like me, you're still trapped inside and don't get to go out much, it's going to be a nice opportunity to do some mini-related things with people, even if we're not really with people. So I hope you've enjoyed these unboxings. If you have questions, there's a forum site here. They have a Facebook page. They're on Twitter. They're on Twitch. They're on Discord. Any of those places, other fans or members of the Reaper staff periodically show up, and you should be able to get answers to your questions or find out where to go to get answers to your questions if no one that is currently there can answer them. So I hope you enjoy these unboxing videos, and I hope to see you at ReaperCon Live. Goodbye.